musical tracks and write to them. Now, if you're already programming a lot of musical tracks, you may or may not, but you may say, listen, I want to put it up there because vocalists are singing to this, lyricists are writing to my music tracks now, and I'm finishing work I never got finished before.
Got you.
So the opportunities are endless, and that's some of the stuff they're talking about online and about ways that people use it to collaborate. There was a piece, Vic, that was done with Wired Music that talked a little bit about that.
Okay.
We're having fun here, so, we don't know how long this episode is going to go, but we'll get some things across to you. But this one, this is a project that was done. It's no longer in actually active, but so I don't get your hopes up. But I want you to see some of the things that do occur and have occurred.
And when you say no longer active, what do you mean?
Really? They had a regular feature where they were producing like live concerts.
I got you.
Okay, so they did it for a while.
So their content is still there.
They're still there, but they're not producing new episodes.
Okay.
See, take a look at this. It was a joint venture between Wired Music and Creative Commons.
Welcome to Next Music.
See, it's 2006.
As far as I know, it's an organization that's kind of a viewpoint that people should be licensing their material to be openly be able to be reworked by the public. My album samples over 200 songs in 40 minutes. In order to try to get the licensing for that, first of all, you'd have to be a billionaire to put out this album. So it seems ridiculous to me that there's a form of music and art that is limited in release by your status financially.
Thank you. And Creative Commons is all about remixing. It's about sharing culture. And what you just saw with Girl Talk was one guy and 150 samples making magic on stage.
I'm familiar with Creative Commons. They reached out to me a long time ago, and I really like what they do because it's in tune with what I'm doing with music as well. The only roadblock is that people want to get paid. If you're going to release something and make your money off of it, people want to get paid for it because they're a part of it. Everybody wants to get in money wherever they can. I read the Wired issue on the airplane on the way from Sweden and went back on the cover. The way I live and the way I make music and the way I work is way different than what Mos Beck was writing about, Like my whole career has been on those alternative ways to reach people.
It's all fair game, and as far as I'm concerned, the more raw material, the better. Whether that's recording the subway train or taking a James Brown, snare. I'm all for it, and I don't really see anything too bad in it. Just do something with it.
So Creative Commons gives artists free tools to mark their creativity with the freedom they want it to carry. There are 140 million objects marked with this freedom. And that's the movement that's necessary to change this world where girl talk is a crime. This should be Creative Commons slogan. Get the lawyers the fuck out of the way and let the artists create.
All right. So we wanted you to, now that's what part of where we've been. That's also for the future. We needed you to know that we become very actively involved in the Creative Commons movement, both in supporting the artists on there and also using it to showcase on our shows, that kind of a thing, to avoid these copyright issues for now. Even though we do have a fair use right to use a bunch of the things, it's just, like I said, we've been threatened so much by them that we felt like we've had to be careful about that. So,
well, they always say there's an evolution, maybe more so than a revolution in music, and the industry is always going to be self-contained, the traditional methods and models. And I like this because, see, the argument is, to me, is that, you don't have to worry about, the containment of copyright issues or anything like that. It's the freedom and dialogue that's exchanged through text, composition, and music. Now, the part that everybody's waiting for is where they can find success translated into dollars.
And that's and that's always an issue. That's always, and it continues to be an issue for everybody dealing with the internet. But let's put it like this: we know that either way, you need to start now to build community. Right. We know that. You got to build community. It's absolutely necessary to build community in order to have people to reach out to. And these tools never before existed, so you got to embrace them on that sense, because they represent the opportunity that we've never had before. So anyway, so that's part of where we've been. So this, for 6 months, what have we been involved with? Responding to the DMCA,
right?
Responding to YouTube, expanding our platform, so that we're now going, and we're also expanding our horizon in the sense of going to live 24-hour programming this July.
Right.
And so we plan on featuring a bunch of artists live in studio concerts. And, and live in studio concerts of varying types. For one, Vic, and this is a piece that I like to show. For one, you can do the simple kinds of things, right?
Right.
No, this is the one I like here. This I'm blessed. Now this is here's Ricky Diaz sitting in front of the screen.
Hey, if you ever just
a guest in our studio, you guys got to do more of this, and we're tightening up some of the stuff.
I got a feeling we'll be seeing more of them. Yeah. Always.
But we want you to be aware. You got to do more in-home recording performances.
Talk to you after the show in the chat room, if you don't mind staying.
Oh, I would love to.
They're just kind of mesmerized. I've never seen the chat room.
Give your own concerts and go live on television, internet television. You guys get dressed up. You and your old lady. Let her introduce you.
I appreciate this opportunity. You don't understand how much appreciation I have at this current moment, and so I want to thank you guys for believing in Ricky Diaz also.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
So I guess we'll go into the next song.
Following you, brother. Lead on
up. I felt life repressed. Social injustice, touch me by the color of my skin. I support your cause, no appreciation, no applause. Who's to blame for their faults? Who are they to judge me? Who are they to say? Who are they to dictate how I live today? Inspire stories told, it's made a stronger soul. I'm a man of flesh and bone. They say I come from the ghetto, I don't know any better. But the key to my success has been that I've been blessed. They say I come from the hood, and I'm so misunderstood. But the key to my success has been that I've been blessed. So much negative, hurtful words they said, it's only made a stronger man. I steady keep the fire, I revolutionize. I keep on walking with my head on high.